line, Mr. President.
Well, Democratic Congressman Ted Lieu tweeted this, quote, "Dear @Real Donald Trump, I served on active duty in the U.S. military to give people the right to clap when the president speaks, or not to clap, to stand or to sit, to attend your speeches or to boycott them. We are not and never will be an authoritarian regime." Congressman Lieu joins me now. So you certainly didn't mince words in your response to the president. I'm wondering why you felt the need to react so strongly, because the White House is saying, look, this was, the treasonous line was in jest.
Well, first of all, Anderson, I don't believe the White House, this is the same White House today that said Donald Trump doesn't want a government shutdown when he specifically said he wants a government shutdown. So I don't believe he said that in jest. And I served on active duty in the military because I love our country. And one of the reasons I love America is we don't force people to cheer for their president. We let people disagree with their president without fear of retribution. That's what makes America great.
Your Democrat and fellow veteran Tammy Duckworth also strongly criticized the president over the remarks. She said, "We don't live in a dictatorship or monarchy. I swore an oath in the military and in the Senate to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, not to mindlessly cater to the whims of a cadet bone spurs and clap when he demands I clap." I'm wondering what your reaction to her words are, because you too have been critical of the president for his deferments.
I believe Senator Duckworth had it exactly right. She served in combat. And I think it's really quite disappointing for Donald Trump, who's never been in the military, to lecture military veterans of Congress about what is treason or what is not treason. And keep in mind, a lot of things the president does seems to be based on his own ego. He wants people to stroke his ego, to clap for him. He wants this big military parade, which is a huge waste of money for one man's ego. That is inappropriate. It continues to show that Donald Trump is not fit for office.
That's what you think that parade, the idea of a military parade about? Because, I mean, the president's supporters might say, well, look, this is a way to honor veterans and a way for veterans to have a day that's focused on them and to show off their might and show off their marching abilities and have pride in the service members.
Well, we already do have Veterans Day. We also have Memorial Day. We have a lot of amazing air shows all over the United States. To have this big military parade in Washington, D.C., first of all, it makes me think, why would Donald Trump want yet another event where he has to make up crowd size? But more importantly, this reminds people of other countries. When you think of military parades, you think of North Korea, of Russia. That's not the image we want the rest of the world to have of the United States.
So when the White House says that it's tongue-in-cheek, that the president was clearly joking, you just don't buy that?
Absolutely not. I would believe it when the president says he was joking or if he tweets and recalls what he said. But for now, I take him at his word, and I don't think the White House should be around trying to spin what the president has been saying. And if you just look at the White House, they have to keep backtracking on what the president actually says. Well, maybe we should just believe what the president actually says.
The President Trump touted his State of the Union address as one of unity. Just 1 week later, here we are with another potential shutdown looming. The president saying he wants to shut down. I'm wondering, does language like that make it more difficult to work with the White House?
Absolutely. And keep in mind that no president should ever be urging a shutdown, should never want to say he wants a shutdown. The president is the leader of the federal government. If there's a shutdown, it means he has failed. And Donald Trump campaigned as being a deal maker. I don't know why he's trying to go around saying he wants a shutdown. Nobody else in Congress wants a shutdown. And by the way, the House Republican leadership rejected him and passed a bill that has nothing to do with what he wanted.
Yeah. Congressman Ted Lieu, appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.